puncher with a chance. Steve Swift. The boxing news brought to you. Steve Swift. The Reveille Review man. Who's the man with the
I was wrong. I said Chisora would lose, and I was wrong. And yes, I admit it. I thought he'd lose, and I know that I'm wrong. Yes, I was wrong. However, I wasn't wrong about Manny Pacquiao, was I? Now, he wasn't facing Suzuki, he was facing Anpo, a taller, rangier fighter, and it didn't go very well. More of that in a minute. I am now talking to you from the comfort of a sofa, and this is for Law. For Law. Live audio wrestling with the Tidster and Uncle Brady. And I'm delighted to be giving you the boxing of boxing. Now, you lucky people, you will be able to see me again, not fresh from the gym. You know, well, I've just been working out and doing all... Look at that. Yes, working, not very good, but there you go. I mean, for my age, I'm surprised I've even got any arms, let alone muscles. You know, there could be bits of string hanging from my shoulders, but they're not. You know, a bit of muscle on there. There's more muscle in the tash. I have to say, I need to get this one cut. And I can't get into my barber. Why? Because the barber is very popular. And I have to wait, you see. Yes, never mind. It will get done. I'll have to get a little bit of trim on here. Trim! Anyway, this is the business of... No, the boxing of boxing. The business of boxing is later on in the week, if not early next week, because we split it into two now, don't we? The goodness cannot be contained in one episode of Steve Swift's rambling reviews. Yes, and the man with the pugilistic plan. The pugilistic plan! Yeah. Oh, yes, very nice. Bit darker, my lenses here. They're reactor lights, you see. Bit odd. I had to take them off when I walk into shops, otherwise people think, look at him! You know, when it's December, oh, look at him, thinking he's so cool, wearing his sunglasses, he thinks he's some kind of rock star. I have to take them off, lest they think that. They do tend to shout that at me. Yes, that sort of thing. Anyway, let us talk about the Pacquiao fight first, which I wasn't wrong about. I mean, they say the last thing to go is your punch, and that appeared to be the work here, really. He did try to push the pace a little. He did work the body, but he never really was able to cut the distance, which such a rangy fighter as Anpo had. I mean, he had probably a couple of feet on him, or maybe a foot on him, not a couple of feet. He wasn't boxing on a ladder or anything, you know. But he did have probably a foot on him, and no, I don't mean he stomped on him. Oh, ow! All I want to do is punch you. Stop kicking me. No, he didn't do that. That would be egregious, wouldn't it? Although, you never know, you might get that. Kicking boxing. Oh, kickboxing, we've already got that. Yeah, I thought it was a new thing. I've got this other new thing that I've got. It's called an apply. Yeah, and what it is it's what we also call a fruit. And it's got a harder, waxy skin, and then quite a tart centre. Yeah, I think it might catch on. Now, Manny Pacquiao didn't look great in his 3 rounds here in the exhibition at Rising. That he's here in the boxing of boxing this week. Ryan Garcia was also at. More of that in the next episode. Inevitably, viewers. Inevitably. And I'm a bit sweaty at the moment. A bit sweaty. It's a bit hot here. I've just been to the gym, and it's a bit hot. You know, it's sultry. It's rained a bit earlier, and we love that in this country. We love it. we're not talking about weather, rain, hail, sleet. Sleet, a combination of snow and rain. Sleet. I don't know if you have that in other countries or if it's a purely British thing. Yeah. Anyway, like fried bread. It's a purely British thing, I think, isn't it? I reckon. Anyway, Pacquiao didn't look good. He didn't look fast, and he didn't look mobile, and his movement wasn't good, and Ryan Garcia says he's going to fight him at the end of the year, and I will say more about that in the business of boxing, but let me tell you, oh no! Right, let's get on to the fight that I was wrong about. I was wrong, and I don't mind telling you how I was wrong. I thought that Chisora, who likes a battle, his ex, or Twitter, that rebranding's not really taken, has it? His handle is Derek War Chisora, and he does like fights, he does like to battle. And I've got some notes down here, so you might see me looking down, Again, to the crotchal area, to the sack area, peculiarly English word, I think. SAC, sack. Sack. Anyway, I thought that Derek Chisora, who is beloved of his fans, and why not? He likes a fight. He keeps fighting forward. He's very seldom knocked out of there or technical knockouted out of there. And he's great behind the stick on the microphone. He's great. And he's a nice guy, it seems. And his fans love him. And there was lots of, oh, Derek Chisora. It's not like that. It was more like, because it was a crowd shouting. So, whoa, that sort of thing. And I thought that maybe he was fighting Joe Joyce. And I thought that Joe Joyce, the juggernaut who comes forward, so it's going to be a good fight because they both do like to come forward. Thought it might be a big battle, and actually it was. I thought that Chisora, who's taken quite a lot of beatings in his wrestling career, boxing career, Steve, he's not a wrestler, in his boxing career should hang the gloves up because he is seasoned, he's a seasoned individual, and the more beatings you take, the more difficult it is to settle into a retirement, shall we say. And I was wrong. And I was wrong because of one reason. Well, no, a couple of reasons. Chisora knows what he's doing in the ring and decided that he wanted to have a go, and he always does. And the other reason is that Joe Joyce, who had more to gain here, he needed to prove to us that the juggernaut was still at the top of his game, and fighting Chisora probably, for no particular reason, other than it's going to be a good fight, probably makes you think, I don't know. But he had to do it to get back into the title contention, So there's less to lose for Chisora, who's going to be beloved by his fans whether he wins or loses or whatever. Did I spit them? I think I did. Anyway, he didn't really turn up very much. A little bit, but not very much. So, Chisora, they both came forward and they both threw a lot of punches. There weren't many clinches. It was slower. It was attritional. The second round had some cuffing blows. No, I don't really think anybody got a supreme punch in that you thought, I'm looking at my notes now to make sure I get everything. It was a while ago, and I'm late. I know I'm late for a very important date. I know that. I know it. And I think it was Frampton on commentary said that Joe Joyce takes two to get one. And that's a problem when you're a heavyweight. It is, because someone can always get you out of there. And, Joe Joyce had him on the ropes, but Chisora fought out of it. He fought out of it quite a lot. There was, later on in the fight, there will be a moment where Joe Joyce has him on the ropes, and Chisora will just think, I've had enough of this, and come over with that. I think it was an overhand right, actually, rather than the left. But I think he was as if he thought, I'll take this barrage. Actually, I've had enough. Go on, have that. Oh, dear. See that? My glasses nearly went across the room. That's me being violent, folks. Me being violent to the gloriouses on my very, very face. Anyway, that's about as violent as I get these days. Yeah. The glory days of the pub car park are long gone. Long gone. Now, as I say, it was an exciting match. It was an exciting fight, but Chisora just wanted to fight. And I think Joyce thought, well, I didn't quite expect that. But you do, don't you? When you're fighting Chisora, you expect him to fight back. And he was. Joyce was hitting him with shots. Maybe not his best shots, but shots. Chisora was coming back. Crowd were loving it because Chisora replies. I mean, Joyce was putting shots together by the 6th, but Chisora had some confidence. He was confident in his head movement to get around and to the most of those missed, really. And it was just it was an extraordinary moment in the 7th, I think it was, when a massive right hand, the overhand right, by the way, from Chisora was available all night for him. And Joyce doesn't have that much head movement, to be honest. That's why he's called the Juggernaut. He just comes forward, doesn't he? And he put him down. You know the one I was saying? Go on! I had enough. It put him down. And so those cards were unanimous. I mean, so they were short. I mean, they were close with, I think it was 48-46, but one of them I think was 47-42, something like that. And Chisora, I'm really pleased that he said there'll be 2 more fights for me. 2 more fights. And that'll be it. And I really hope it's one fight, a big fight with lots of money, then he goes. I really hope, because he's got nothing to prove and he's got quite a lot of life still to live. And that's what I'd like him to do, obviously. As far as boxing life goes, I don't know about Joyce. I mean, he's shuffled into the pack now because that's a very bad loss for him. And the way he lost wasn't good. It wasn't as if he was dominating him, but couldn't put him away, and then got knocked out by a big punch that was lucky. It wasn't like that at all. Remember Ordinary Harrison, as some called him. Remember him years ago? Was it Michael Sprott? I think he hit in the final moment of the final round. And he was losing, really. Or was it Skelton? And he put him down and out. Now, there wasn't anything like that. It was just that he wasn't really up for it, it seemed to me. That's a problem when you're trying to get back into winning ways, isn't it? So, there you go. I was wrong, which is why I'm singing this rather silly song. Yeah, I'll admit when I'm wrong, and I'll do it in rhyme, and I'll do it in a sing-song type voice. Chisora turns back the years. Joe Joyce turns up. Ta-ta.
RockSolidFanClub.ca gives you full access to Canada's leader in professional wrestling, featuring legends like Mick Foley, modern megastars such as Cody Deaner, and future sensations like Tyler Turva. RockSolidFanClub.ca offers exclusive series, podcasts, live streams, specials, and full events, all for less than $9 a month. Sign up today at RockSolidFanClub.ca, where real fans get it.
Subscribe now for more content and combat sports discussions.
This is the law. This is the law.